In a vibrant village on the coast of Ghana, where the rhythm of life beats in time with the waves, lived a young fisherman named Kofi. While others laughed and mended their nets in boisterous groups, Kofi was different. His heart was gentle, his spirit quiet. He'd push his small wooden canoe into the surf, not towards the busy fishing grounds, but towards a secret place, a secluded cove hugged by black rocks. Here, the world fell silent, save for the gentle lapping of water. Kofi didn't come here to fish. He came to listen. Because woven into the sound of the sea was a melody of beautiful, wordless, and haunting song. It was the voice of a soul he had never met, and it was the one thing that made his own quiet soul feel complete. He would just sit, a small, private smile on his face, listening to the song of the shore. Their friendship began not with words, but with silent offerings. Near the water's edge lay a large, flat stone, their secret meeting place. One day, Kofi placed a perfect, sun-bleached shell upon it. The next morning, the shell was gone. In its place, a piece of coral, twisted by the currents into a thing of beauty. This became their ritual, a silent conversation between two worlds. Kofi left a necklace of bright yellow beads he had made and returned to find a single, shimmering pearl. He left a ripe, red mango, sweet from the sun, and later found a strange, glistening fish in his canoe, a gift for his supper. They never saw each other, not truly. Only hints. A flash of a silver tail beneath the surface, a ripple near the rocks that wasn't made by the wind. These small signs were enough. They were everything. As the sun would dip low, painting the sky in fiery oranges and purples, Kofi would sit on the sand and speak to the water. He'd tell her about his day, about the funny things he'd seen. The new baby in the village, he'd say with a laugh, "He has the loudest cry you've ever heard." And old man Quame's goat got loose again and ate his best shirt right off the line. From the water, her melodic voice would answer, a happy, rising tune that sounded like laughter. Kofi's voice would grow softer. "I wish you could feel the warm earth under your feet," he'd whisper. "Or smell the rain when it hits the dry dust. It's the best smell in the world." Her song would change then, becoming deeper, more mysterious. It was a song of a world. He could only imagine a world of deep, dark water and faraway, glowing lights. He would close his eyes and listen, trying to picture her home, just as she tried to picture his. But this sweet, distant connection began to feel like a beautiful torture. The longing grew into an ache that Kofi could no longer bear. One evening, his face drawn and tired, he pleaded with the water. "Amma," he whispered her name for the first time. "I need to see you. Just once. I need to see the face that makes that song." The water fell silent. The air grew still. Then her voice, closer than ever, and filled with a sorrow that matched his own. "I can't, Kofi. Your air, it would choke me. My water, you cannot breathe it. Our worlds are different. To meet would be the end." Kofi's desperation spilled over. "Then let it end. This is killing me slowly anyway." The water erupted. For one single, breathtaking moment, Amma rose above the surface. Her skin shone like wet moonstone, her hair flowed like dark silk, and her eyes were the gray of a stormy sea. She was more beautiful than he could have ever imagined. Their eyes locked. In that instant, a rogue wave crashed over the rocks, drenching Kofi. He coughed, gasping, a strange thirst burning in his chest. At the same time, Amma cried out in pain as the air, his air, touched her skin. And then she was gone, disappearing beneath the turbulent waves. Kofi stumbled back to the village, shivering and weak. He fell into a deep sickness, a fever that burned him from the inside out. Efua, the wise village herbalist, tended to him, wiping his brow with a cool cloth. "This is a strange sickness," she murmured, her brow furrowed. "A sickness of the sea. Your body is here, but your spirit is somewhere else." She was right. Kofi's spirit was lost between the land and the ocean. And deep below, in the dim, silent world of the sea, Amma lay listless on a bed of seaweed. The brief touch of his world had sapped her energy, leaving her with a profound longing for the sun she could not reach and the man she could not hold. Both were fading, caught in the sorrow of their impossible love. Weeks passed. A thinner, weaker Kofi made his slow journey back to the secluded cove. He carried no gift this time. He just sat by the water's edge, took a deep breath, and began to sing. His voice was rough, unpracticed, but the melody was perfect. He sang the song Amma had taught him, the song of her deep, cold ocean home. He sang of her world, for her. For a long moment, there was only silence. Then a faint, beautiful voice rose from the water. It was weak, but it was clear. It was Amma. Her voice joined his, weaving with his clumsy song, creating something new. A song that belonged to both the land and the sea. As their harmony faded, a small wave gently washed a perfect seashell to the shore, resting it at Kofi's feet. He picked it up and smiled, a smile of true understanding, not of sadness. He finally understood. Time passed, and health and strength returned to Kofi, but he was changed. Nights in the village were different. Now, the people, young and old, would gather around the large fire, not just for warmth, but to listen. To listen to Kofi. And deep down, he would tell them, his voice filled with wonder, where the sun is just a memory, there are cities made of pearl, and great, gentle giants who sing to the stars. He told stories of the ocean deep, stories no fisherman had ever known, tales of a world he'd only seen through song. He and Amma had found a way. Their love wasn't about touch or sight. It was in the stories he told, and in the faint, heavenly harmony that seemed to mix with the sound of the distant waves. And as he spoke, Kofi would look towards the cove, a calm peace on his face, his heart full, knowing she was listening. Thank you so much for watching our story. If you were moved by Kofi and Amma's journey, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more tales that touch the heart. We'd love to hear what you think in the comments below. See you next time.